In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on November 5th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Giants versus Las Vegas Raiders. In Las Vegas on Sunday, 2 teams facing their respective challenges will clash as the New York Giants pay a visit to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Giants are reeling from a disheartening loss to their in-state rivals, the New York Jets, and are contending with significant injuries to an already struggling offense. The Las Vegas Raiders, on the other hand, made a major shakeup following their loss to the Lions on Monday night, parting ways with head coach Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler less than 2 years after their recruitment from the New England Patriots organization. The New York Giants are desperate for a win after losing 5 of their last 6 games. They've experienced a 3-game losing streak on the road. Daniel Jones boasts a 68.9% completion rate, accumulating 884 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. The receiving duo of Darren Waller and Darius Slayton has combined for 641 yards and 1 touchdown, while Jalen Hyatt has secured 9 receptions. The Giants' ground game averages 112.8 yards per game, led by Saquon Barkley with 412 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensively, the Giants concede an average of 23 points and 338.9 yards per game, with Bobby Okereke topping the tackle count at 73, Kayvon Thibodeaux recording 8.5 sacks, and Jason Pinnock with 1 interception. The Las Vegas Raiders are also in need of a win after losing 5 of their last 7 games. They have won their last 2 home games. Jimmy Garoppolo has completed 65.5% of his passes, amassing 1,205 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. The receiving tandem of Davante Adams and Jacoby Meyers has combined for 943 yards and 8 touchdowns, with Josh Jacobs contributing 28 receptions. The Raiders' ground game averages 70 yards per game, with Jacobs leading the way, gaining 408 yards and scoring 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Las Vegas allows an average of 23 points and 337.6 yards per game. Robert Spilling leads the Raiders with 65 tackles, Max Crosby has 6.5 sacks, and Trevon Moehrig has 2 interceptions. The return of Daniel Jones to lead the Giants' offense should provide more stability. His presence can create the illusion that the Giants are capable of moving the ball through the air, freeing up Saquon Barkley on the ground, as Jones offers a more viable threat with the run-pass option. On the defensive side, the Raiders are turning to rookie quarterback Aiden O'Connell, making only his 2nd NFL start. In his previous start against the Chargers, he threw for over 200 yards but struggled to push the ball downfield, focusing on targeting Davante Adams. Although Adams had 8 catches, his average yards per catch were under 10. O'Connell's difficulty in making quick reads was evident, as he was sacked 7 times in the game, with 6 sacks attributed to Khalil Mack. While the Giants ranked 26th in the league in sack percentage this season, their quick and agile edge rusher, Thibodeaux, could exploit O'Connell's hesitancy. The Giants boast the 4th best 3rd down defense in the league, which is likely to cause problems for the rookie quarterback and could lead to turnovers for a team that ranks 31st in turnover differential this season. Expect the Giants to emerge victorious in this contest, given their relatively more stable status at the moment. So the New York Giants to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Giants' most viable path to success lies in their ground attack. With Daniel Jones back under center, Saquon Barkley is expected to perform better, and he is sure to receive a significant number of touches on Sunday. The Raiders have adopted a more defensive-minded approach under new coach Pierce, and they are likely to emphasize a game plan that heavily involves running back Josh Jacobs, relieving the pressure on Aiden O'Connell. Both teams have struggled offensively, ranking 31st and 32nd in yards gained per contest. New York has hit the under in 7 of its 8 games this year, while Las Vegas has gone under in 6 of 8 games. Although a total of 37 points may seem low, the Giants managed to go under a similar projection when they played the Jets, and they did so convincingly. The arrival of a new head coach and general manager for the Raiders may lead to victory, but it will take time for the team to adapt to the new leadership. The stakes are likely, and given that both teams rank near the bottom in offensive efficiency, defense is expected to shine in this matchup. Anticipate an unattractive game with one team barely surpassing 20-plus points, if even that. If you appreciate a ground and pound style of play, this game should cater to your preferences. Until the Giants can prove their offensive efficiency, the under is a strong choice. It is likely to be a challenging game, and reaching the 20-point threshold may be a struggle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. In a clash of National Football Conference East powerhouses, the Dallas Cowboys embark on a journey to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Cowboys are currently holding a 5-2 record this season, fresh from a resounding victory over the Los Angeles Rams in their last outing. The Eagles, on the other hand, boast the best record in the NFL at 7-1 as they head into Week 9. The Eagles enter this game with a stellar 7-1 record, and while not all of their victories have been dominant, they have secured the wins they needed. In their most recent game against the Commanders, they rallied to score 21 points in the fourth quarter, clinching a 38-31 triumph. Jalen Hurts exhibited his prowess, completing 29 of 38 passes for 319 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Eagles are averaging 28 points per game, but their defense concedes an average of 21.5 points. Offensively, they rank third in the league, while their defense ranks 19th. In this matchup, the Eagles' defense faces a significant challenge and must rise to the occasion. The Cowboys, standing at 5-2, carry a wave of confidence into this game. In their previous matchup against the Los Angeles Rams, the Cowboys unleashed an offensive onslaught, amassing 43 points and securing a convincing 23-point victory. Dak Prescott was in top form, completing 25 of 31 passes for 304 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The Cowboys averaged 28 points per game, while their defense allows an average of 17 points. Offensively, they rank second in the league, and their performance will be crucial in this contest. Prescott's ability to protect the ball will be a determining factor in the game's outcome. This highly anticipated face-off between the Cowboys and the Eagles is one of the marquee matchups on Sunday. Oddsmakers have given the Eagles a mere 3-point home field advantage, making it a close call. The underlying factor that guides my analysis is the Cowboys' inconsistency when facing elite teams. They have demonstrated their capability to handle less formidable opponents like the Giants, the Rodgers-less Jets, the struggling Patriots, and a Chargers team in transition. However, when challenged by top-tier teams like the 49ers, the Cowboys were soundly defeated with a final score of 42-10. This game against the Eagles provides a crucial measuring stick for Dallas in the face of high-caliber competition. In contrast, the Eagles have proven their mettle by overcoming up-and-coming teams like the Vikings and the high-scoring Dolphins. Philadelphia boasts superior coaching and holds the edge on both sides of the ball, particularly in the trenches. So the Philadelphia Eagles to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Both the Eagles and Cowboys possess formidable, aggressive defenses, but the cornerstone of their success lies in their potent offenses. A comparison of almost any statistical category reveals that both teams' offenses outshine their respective defenses. The pivotal figure in this equation is the quarterback. Philadelphia and Dallas are fortunate to have seasoned veterans leading their offenses. Moreover, both teams benefit from having two of the most robust offensive lines in football, ensuring ample protection for their quarterbacks. These offenses are well equipped with an array of weapons and explosive ground games, capable of surging when needed. The game day forecast promises pleasant conditions with a temperature of 66 degrees and sunny skies. This is far from the harsh cold of the National Football Conference playoffs in January. It's the epitome of ideal football weather. Traditionally, a matchup between two bitter National Football Conference East rivals conjures images of fierce and hard-hitting action, often giving rise to predictions of games dominated by defense rather than offense, where points are scarce. While this makes for compelling narratives and folklore, it doesn't necessarily reflect the reality of this particular contest. Both teams possess stout defenses, but their offensive capabilities are equally strong, as evidenced by their higher rankings in offensive statistics. In their previous 5 encounters, the over has prevailed, often surpassing the projected total points. I believe this game is heading toward the 50-point mark, if not the 60s, by the time it concludes. Both offenses are firing on all cylinders, and although their defenses are sturdy, they are susceptible to yielding to formidable opponents. There's a specific angle that supports the idea that the total points is set too low, and this game aligns with that criteria. In a game where both Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' offense and Dak Prescott and his Cowboys can put up points, the stage is set for a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Bengals. This week, the highly anticipated NBC Sunday night game takes us to Packer Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio, for an American Football Conference rematch between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Last season, these two teams faced off in a snow-covered American Football Conference divisional game, which the Bengals won 27-10. Both squads are riding the momentum of impressive victories last week and are in the hunt for the top spot in their respective divisions. This midseason clash carries significant playoff implications. The Buffalo Bills currently hold a 5-3 record this year after their hard-fought 24-18 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their last outing. While Buffalo enjoyed a 17-10 lead at halftime, they had to fend off a second-half surge from Tampa Bay to secure the win. The Bills outgained the Buccaneers 427-302 and posted a 7-13 conversion rate on third downs. However, Buffalo did stumble in their previous road game against the Patriots, succumbing 29-25. The Buffalo offense is averaging 28 points per game, with 263.8 passing yards and 113.1 rushing yards. Star quarterback Josh Allen has thrown for 2,165 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions this season. Running back James Cook has rushed for 486 yards and 1 touchdown, while wide receiver Stephon Diggs has caught 64 passes for 748 yards and 6 touchdowns. The Buffalo defense is solid, allowing only 17 points per game. On the other side, the Cincinnati Bengals possess a 4-3 record this season, with their latest win being a convincing 31-17 victory over the San Francisco 49ers. Cincinnati led 14-10 at halftime and expanded their lead with a 17-point second half. The Bengals were outgained by the 49ers 460-400 but managed to force 3 turnovers during the game. Their 3-game winning streak includes impressive victories over Seattle and Arizona. The Cincinnati offense is scoring 19 points per game, with 197.9 passing yards and 79 rushing yards. Quarterback Joe Burrow has thrown for 1,513 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions this year, while running back Joe Mixon has rushed for 453 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sensational rookie wide receiver Jamar Chase has caught 60 passes for 656 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Cincinnati defense is allowing an average of 21 points per game. The Bills and Bengals faced each other in the American Football Conference divisional game last season, with the Bills entering as 6-point favorites. Many expected a potential matchup between the Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs in the American Football Conference championship game. However, Joe Burrow and the Bengals had other plans, delivering a dominant performance to secure a resounding 27-10 victory. Burrow completed an impressive 72% of his passes and threw for 2 touchdowns, while Joe Mixon rushed for 105 yards and a touchdown. In contrast, Josh Allen struggled, throwing for 264 yards but failing to find the end zone and throwing an interception. Allen also led the Bills in rushing with just 26 yards. Undoubtedly, the Bengals' win was a remarkable feat, particularly on the road. This season, the Bengals have the opportunity to replicate that performance on their home turf. While this game might be considered a revenge opportunity for the Bills, emotions could run high due to the Damar Hamlin incident from the previous season's game. However, many players, including Stephon Diggs, have downplayed the emotional aspect. Regardless of what is said, there is no doubt that the Bills will enter Cincinnati with high emotions. This game will be a battle of strengths. Both teams are highly talented and well coached, making it crucial for them to execute at a high level. With home field advantage in their favor, the Bengals will look to harness the energy of their passionate fans. Importantly, their star rusher, Joe Mixon, who has 453 yards this season, has returned to practice and is set to play on Sunday. Mixon's performance could significantly impact the passing game's effectiveness. Notably, injuries to the Bills' secondary have affected their pass defense. Last week, Tampa Bay's quarterback, Baker Mayfield, threw for 237 yards against the Bills, 20 yards more than his season average. The addition of Rasul Douglas provides immediate depth to the Bills' secondary, but there may be an adjustment period. Similarly, Joe Burrow threw for 240 yards against the Bills last year and is likely to replicate that effort. Bills quarterback Josh Allen is entering this game with a sore shoulder, which may affect his passing. Allen has thrown an interception in 4 consecutive games, and the Bengals' defense intercepted 2 passes last week against the 49ers. Additionally, the Bengals' defense is averaging 1.5 interceptions per game. Costly turnovers could prove decisive in this hard-fought contest. This promises to be a thrilling Sunday night football game between two of the American Football Conference's top teams. Buffalo has faced inconsistency in the early part of the season and encountered difficulties in their last 4 games. Cincinnati, however, has started to gain momentum with 3 consecutive wins and improving health on their side. Although the Bengals made some mistakes in their last game, they managed to overcome them for a significant road win in San Francisco. 2 of the Bills' 3 losses occurred on the road against weaker opponents, and this will be their toughest road test yet. Factor in the injuries on their side of the ball, and it's clear that Cincinnati holds the edge. Being at home will make a significant difference for the Bengals in this game, particularly as the Bills have shown inconsistency lately. So the Cincinnati Bengals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Buffalo Bills need to regain their footing and will be motivated to prove themselves against the surging Bengals on Sunday. Several factors favor Buffalo offensively, and they will come out strong, demonstrating a sense of urgency in this primetime showdown. The Bills entered this season with Super Bowl aspirations, but they are currently second in the American Football Conference East and 6th in the conference standings. They will play with the determination to silence their doubters. Meanwhile, the Bengals have been dismantling skepticism about their legitimacy with 3 consecutive wins. However, their upcoming schedule is challenging, featuring games against the Texans, Ravens, Steelers, and Jaguars. While the Buffalo defense will create disruptions, it will primarily focus on slowing down the Cincinnati offense. The key to success for the Bengals will be having a healthy Joe Mixon, exploiting the Bills' 22nd ranked run defense, and creating more manageable third down situations. The initial total for this game opened at 47 but has since risen to 49.5. This is the highest total for a Bengals game this season, and for good reason. Firstly, Buffalo averages 28 points per game this season. Their offense is highly efficient, with Josh Allen completing an impressive 71.7% of his passes, ranking as the best in the league, and a 49% third down conversion rate, which is the second best in the league. They also run an average of 64 plays per game, gaining 5.9 yards per play. Consequently, they are expected to put points on the board. Secondly, Cincinnati's per game average has been lower, averaging 19 points this season. However, with a healthy Joe Burrow back to his winning ways and scoring 31 points against a San Francisco team that typically allows just 16 points, the Bengals are trending toward higher offensive output. Last season, they averaged 26 points per game and scored 27 against the Bills in the American Football Conference Championship game. Their scoring average will rise rapidly. This game is poised to become a high-scoring showdown between 2 quarterbacks who excel in passing and can utilize their legs once their passing game is established. Injuries to Buffalo's secondary are expected to open opportunities for Burrow, and Josh Allen's sore shoulder could affect his passing. Additionally, Buffalo has committed costly turnovers, and the Bengals' defense is averaging 1.5 interceptions per game. These factors suggest that the game will be highly competitive. Unlike the snowy conditions of last year's divisional game, the weather in Cincinnati is forecasted to be clear and crisp. All signs point to this game surpassing the 50-point mark. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.